Hello everybody and welcome to me, Jan the Tiger. Maybe we're gonna end this second chapter of the book Case of Arne. Maybe. Who knows? So let's figure out what's going on in the game instead of talking about it. So let's get it. More story. Yay. What in the world are you doing? Doing those horrible things to Kai, and even attacking Gordon and Heinz as the next head of the House of Rhine Whips. I can't forgive both of those of my estate. I can't. It's too early for me to read, apparently. Okay, cool. Now we know. I'm going to protect them. Are you listening? Ah. When did I get here? Oh, Lynn. What's it? Is it? You seem offended. I don't really get what's going on. I never even pressed that button to get that. Ah, damn it, computer. Were you not listening to me? I knew it. I knew you were a cruel vampire. What is this? Aren't you aware I'm a vampire? Wait, Len. I just remember that was... Enough! I will explain later, okay? Right now we need to get Kai to a bed. Please stop it. Why did I hear slap sound? Diana, I won't tell anyone about this. So please, stay away from Kai. Understood. I'm sorry. Lord Arne, let's leave. Right. Wow! Fair enough, I guess. Just hear me out for a moment, Len. Wait. What's that? Please, just go away right now. What do you mean by that? What? Come on. Just what it sounds like. I don't want to see your face. I don't think you were the kind of person to do something so horrible. I was a fool trusting you. Hold on now, Len. Well, if that's your wish as a client, then very well. And, my apologies, Len. I don't understand anymore. I don't understand Lord Arne. I don't understand anyone in this mansion. If Lord Arne is one who attacked Gordon and Heinz, then have I made any progress at all? I have learned that everyone was glad Father has been killed. I have learned about their ugly feelings that I have no idea of before, Everyone is just a mess. Or everything. Not everyone. Well, it's also everyone is a mess too, so close enough. And I'm the only one who is sad about all of this. But even so, I have to stay strong, because I'm going to be the family head. As the head of the family, I have to protect everyone. That is why I worked so hard to be a good mistress. But now I don't know what I should do. It's rare, maybe this search for the father killer best abandoned. In fact, that might be what is best for everyone. Hey, Lenny, not you. And this time, I don't like that guy. He's too playful. Wolf? I'm calling him Wolf because I can't say his name. Oh. Looks like you have a fight, huh? Well, did you know that Lord Arne was that kind of a person? What kind of a person? Arne is not a person, remember? Well, I suppose yes, he is a vampire. I don't know anymore what is right, what to believe. Is it really all that true? You just gotta know trust truths. I don't know. Huh? Okay, thank you for the loud music. From the perspective of entire like us, it is your mental that doesn't make sense. It is used to be used, right? No need for trust. Though it is sure and entertaining watching humans worried over that stuff. But it looks to me like you and Lord Arne trust each other. Nah, nothing of the sort. I'm only with Arne cause I get to see amusing stuff. Case I mean, is not an ex-Horace vampire really fun? Vampire usually look down on all but the own kind, so Arne picked the weirdo of letting me use him. Just my abilities are handy to Arne, so he used me too. But when all is saying is done, doesn't that mean you together because you trust each other? I don't trust him! And I don't think the vampire trusts him either, at least that much. And I don't think he trusts the vampire either, because he just wants to see amazing weird stuff. So that's the thing. Well, I guess maybe it'd be like that in your teams, Lenny. If that makes sense to you, then that is fine. But I don't think it will work so well with us. Because two of you are using me? Yep, we are using you so we can enjoy this case. Even still, I feel like we better than the person in this mansion. I feel like we are better. What are you getting at? Case, at least we are using you as a human, Lenny. What's up? You must have at least a faint idea that you were their dresser doll. That is not. It can't be true. I choose this myself. I tried to become a fine noble lady, and I will become head of this family. I'm not gonna say the name. I've said it so many times. Did you really make those choices yourself? Well, if you're breaking the fourth wall, no. I'm making the choice what I feel is right for her, but apparently I'm a terrible storyteller, I guess. Well, at least with the puns. Anything else? I'm terrible at that? Maybe. I mean, what else would I do? I'm the only daughter of the family. I'm the hybris? Is that another word for noble? I don't know. You can tell me in the comments. But I think that is the same of that. I'm without that title. What would I even be? Just a girl named Lynn? What would be left? Oh, Lenny. My taste make it hard to just tell you and throw out those noble lady clothes, but I think that tracksuit look good on you too. At the very least, it is hard to see you as a noble, and you sure don't strike me as a Heinrich either. What is the deal with the tracksuit anyway? One day I stepped down off the house and bought this for myself. As much as I said I wanted one, they wouldn't buy it, so I had to go myself. I was yelled at for leaving the house without permission. I retreated for not dressing as a noble should. I see, and now that I think about it, the tracksuit is the one time since mother passed away that I stood on my own will, regardless of what others say. What, that's really the only time? Well, no, but it's fine, right? I can keep looking for the father's killer. Could it be you are asking me? I guess I am. That's right. If I lose steam and give up now, nothing is going to change. I decided to solve this case. That was my decision. Not as a dress-up doll, out of my own volunteering as a human. That's the ticket. Well, how about this? Maybe you should go solve the case without having to ask Aaron's help. Ask Aaron's help. What? Me? I mean, you drive Aaron away, you're gonna handle it yourself now, right? It will be fine. You saw through the lies and the alibis all by yourself earlier. Yeah, kind of. But it's easy when you get told everything from the fourth wall. And you know about that too. Oh well, moving on. Yeah, that's right. I can do this myself, even without Lord Aaron. To that end, I won't mind you using me. Give me some more entertainment. I still don't quite get the content of using as you two see it, but I will let you add. Of course, I am an ally to all smiley girls. You're still weird. Oh well. That I cannot believe. Well, at any rate, Lenny, I have got some info for you. The short maiden, I don't think she went back to her room till the decline happened. Elise? How about you restart the investigation there? It's possible. The possibility that someone in this mansion killed your father hasn't gone away, hasn't it? Right, I understand. I will give it a try. You gonna talk to me? If you will go along with what I say, that's easily. You are still a puppet after all, you know. She left. Good work. While waiting for you, my memories have been starting to clear up. So, I just take over by that, Nasir. That is what the name was, but I think I pronounced it wrong, or poorly also. But, man, how lame. It has never happened to me before, so what do you expect? However, while this means we're violent, I do obtain information. Lynn doesn't seem pleased about it, however. She's too naive. She still doesn't understand what it means to search for a killer or the danger. You can expect any better? She's still just a kid. Though hey, this could be a learning experiment. Now, seeing that she doesn't want to see my face, I will rest for a bit. I must admit I'm exhausted. Gotcha. Figure out smart. Leave Lynn to me. As long as there's a mirror around. Sure. Yes, that will do. That will do. Man, so sloppy. That is part of why Lynn angry You know. Whoops. Already sleeping. Asleep. Wait, that's more information about everything. Ah, shoot. Okay. Like Synod said, the possibility one of from the mansion being Father Killer haven't changed. First I need to talk to Elise, but I should remind myself of what everyone say their alibis beforehand. Let me see, what do they say about Elise? Elise got to Father's room to bring him some water middle of the every night. I saw her leave the kitchen once. She came to the kitchen and left with water. I went to the master with water when was alone in my room. Well, it seems like it's correct alibis. Apparently, he needs that water to take his sleeping pills. But last night Elise was told it wasn't necessary. Really? Why did I get that news now? However, Elise forgot and went to the kitchen to get the glass of water usual. Upon reaching the door to Father's room, she remembered and hesitated, turning back. So her sermon is that while she doesn't met Father, she did go to the third floor by herself. Consider the timeline that make Elise the light case of the scattering days I heard. Oh yeah, there was also something with that. I forgot about the vase again. Still, I don't know if the tamari is enough too. Huh? Elise said she usually was Father taking his pill after giving him water, but what about after that? Exactly when you considered she didn't give him the water this time. Isn't that a little strange? The girl felt something amiss with the sermon friend Marie. That is her content of the free terminal click and part that is comments. You can press the power button for the lower right, having an explanation. This power is not counting as a mistake. I saw her leave the kitchen once. Something with her saying. Yeah, once. That's right. Here means Elise doesn't go back to the kitchen to return the glass, which still had water in it. Oh yeah, I could figure that out. If I use my brain, but this brain is not awake. And normally she do that right away. What happen, I wonder? Maybe I should ask her about that too. You never know what might be a clue. Okay, let's talk to Elise. She's still in the dining room, I bet. Well, I want to go all the other ways because I know I'm missing one thing. Oh well. No permissions. Don't need to go there because we need to go to the living room. Why do I go in here? I found her! But I don't want to talk to her right now. Oh, Mrs. Lynn, how is Diana? It seems she still needs time to calm down. If that's so, Ben and Heinz still seems to be arguing as well. Where is Elise? She's in her room. Oh, I told her to go back to her room to check on you too. Did you pass her by? That's right. I was out on the entrance with Diana, feeling that night breeze. I will go and check on Elise then. I see. Please do. Mr. Lin. Oh, that was a reward? I'm gonna try to do everything else. No reason for... Why can I do that? I know it's saying... Okay. Fine. I'm gonna talk to her. Fine. Well, if that Miss Lynn, why are you so jumpy? You scared me with that. Gordon told me to call for you too, so I was fetching when each other of you were here. Where did you go? I did do be worried. I don't understand some of her words. Oh well. I'm sorry. It seems Lynn want to be alone for a bit longer. By the way, Elise, there's something about that closet. Is there something about that closet? No. Doesn't though not know. I'm at closing. I love the way they look. Really. I was simply staring at it. That don't not at all inside this closet. I'm not suspicious in the least wish. That's the way to suspicions. Please let me see inside. You can't. There's something underwear that is a much right reason for free, mistress. I'm sure they are all just teddy bears, apparently. It seems like Elise absolutely don't want me to see what it's inside? What would Elise want to hide? Could it have to do with that sound I heard on my way to Father's room? It might be the time to tell a little thief. Oh no, me bluffing. Actually, Elise, I saw it. I saw you break the vase. You see, I caught you in the act. I saw you break the vase. What? I heard a crashing sound, and then I went to look. There you were. Nah. I told you, that is not true. It's just knocked it over at all. A silly by right, there on the second floor. Right. No, it isn't. That is one that was folded in the storage room, because the very missing in the storage room. Well, certainly Ben have been taking it. To be fair, I thought of that first point. And now I'm getting reminded of that broken vase, so it makes sense. Diana said it herself. Ben is a thief, for sure. Elise, do you also think Ben is stealing things? I'm sure it must be so. So, if you want me to give back anything Ben gave me, say the word and I will. I had no idea he was doing such wild thing. Really? Even if Ben being a thief is true, is it not good to blame everything on him, is it? Who would test you believe in me? Ellie's reaction makes so much clear that she is hitting the vase, but she is not going to just tell me the truth in this rate. What else can I do? Maybe. Heinz told me that there was a thing Elise hadn't returned to the kitchen. What must have something to do with this? Well then, Elise, what do you... about you know what? Huh? Certainly, I know what? You should. It is nowhere to be found either. And it doesn't appear to be somewhere out of the open, out in the open in this room either. So where did it go? Father's glass. You always return it to the kitchen, but Heinz told me that you haven't yet. Isn't that in Father's room? And it is not in this room either. So where is it? Do you break and alongside with the vase? Also, if you could go into more details about the written on the wall later. Please, at least spare me that. It is too soon for free to grab the free things. Elise, seriously, what kind of unfair is this? Oh, I did it perfectly. Hey, reward! Didn't want to hear that reward, to be honest. So, you tried to pour the water from the glass into the vase of a and broke both? I was up very late at night before searching for you, Miss Lynn. Even the act of going to the kitchen made me very sleepy. Oh, sorry about that too. So then, after breaking the vase, you were hastily cleaning the hallway and it looks for a replacement. And that is where I headed Ben's voice. I just finished destroying the evidence and standing by the second floor vase with refills. I see. Why did you have to do all of that to hide it? Afraid of... I was afraid of Gordon yelling at me. Understandable. Oh. You both not even know, Miss Lynn, but truth rates Gordon can't unleash. He yells at me 10 times a day, and yesterday I was seen to break my record. Again, Elise, he was intended to scare me half to death. Don't you realize, Miss Lynn? Since around 100 things I broke, my senses haven't become numb. I have come to think it only natural that I break things. Why does he yell at me so when I'm only doing something natural? Miss Lynn, please keep this from Gordon. Oh, she's facing the wall. Please keep it a secret. So gone. How do they do? Sure enough, that broken vase was your doing. Now would you tell me all about it, nice and slowly? I'm sorry, please forgive me. Elise, I will go to my room. For sure. Miss Lynn, I'm terrible sorry, but our discussion about the future must wait until everyone calms down. Yes. Hang in there, Elise. Poor girl. Sure enough, the broken vase and glass are here, but not much else of note. Still, working these things out is important, surely. I was able to explore Diana and Elise's lives all my own. Yeah, this is fine. I can manage this even by myself. It seems it will take time for everyone to settle down. I should go back to my room and sort of what I have learned. broken vase and glasses inside. Okay. Is it just the butler Gordon wanted Elise to talk to him, grabs but fearing the Adams and Lynn would repulse negatively if he told her. He keeps to himself. It seems literally troubled Diana telling him, "We'll be calling you old friend soon." How can this be another 1 out of 3? It seems Elise owns some very beyond the West. However, appears he haven't noticed to wear them even once. Then I'm sure they are all just teddy bears. I don't get all of that. Still no rumors? I have info on something. The main Diana has experienced fear of heights and can't even go out of the what is it called? Terrace. If only the world was flat. After bringing the master water, Elise always returned the glass to the kitchen, but this time wasn't returned. Blah blah blah. We know all of this. We just read all about it. Okay, moving on. Go to the first floor. How do I do that again? Oh yeah. To the room. Huh? There's something on the wall. Fine. What is this about? Waiting in the courtyard. Is this from Lord Arne? I wonder who. Does he want to apologize once more or something? Surely not, but even supposedly he did apologize. Would I be able to forgive him? If we end up working together on the investigation again? Yes, I should really give some thought to how to handle the relationship between us. At any rate, I will go. So now I have to go to the courtyard? Great. Wow, even the letter is down. I haven't found Aaron's yet. Where is the courtyard should I go? Okay, maybe to the right. Or maybe the front? Lord Aaron? Where could he be? Oh, what's the matter? What's wrong? It's me, remember? Gah! Why are you attacking me? The guard dog barfed their fangs and howls, preparing to leap at the girl any moment. As the dog leaps straight ahead. Go if you can dodge out. What is wrong with you? It's me. Yike. Please stop it. What should I do? I'm cornered. I still haven't acquired anything. And yet, someone, Lord Aaron. You called? Lord Aaron? Why didn't you leave? What would I need to leave for? You say you didn't want to see my face, so I simply stay away someplace where you won't. More to the point, why are you out here and being attacked? I don't understand it either. Why are the dogs? Talking about reveling on the arms and feet, you have never heard about that? It is saying in Japan. I don't know. I didn't pay attention what I read. Such incredible buff. They are like dogs. They are dogs. Ah, I see. So they cure who forgot lesson they already changed one. Be gone. But why would the dog attack her? Well, I can think of two ways. Maybe because of the clothes and the smell of the vampire. In some point of view. Thank you so much. Indeed, you should have been grateful. But I'm not going to forgive you just like this, Lord Aaron. Ah, yes, about that. There is something I must tell you about. If you care to listen, that is. What is it? It may get a little long. Let's return to your room. Understood. That was planned. Okay, give me a second to explain why this was planned. But who does it? Well, normally we will say it's Kai that trained up the dogs and such things. So they would attack her. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on with that. But that was planned, that she was getting there. And some control of my blood have been taken from me. Do you think I'm going to believe that? I should hope you will, because it is the truth. And it seems this personality of mine also come from this body, this one remaining hearts. And those I too am unfamiliar, ultimately a puppet, quite delightful. It's not. Feel free to laugh. I won't do that. To me, You are just Lord Aaron. Is that so? Let me ask a few questions. What is it? Even it wasn't you only interesting, Lord Aaron. Do you have any thoughts about the people you attacked? Does it matter what I think? It wasn't the cause me who did it. But no, I didn't have any experience faults. Then why did you apologize to me? Because I am prince. I quick troubled you by having my body taken over by the follow. It was apparently a burden in sins or something like that. I can still not read. Then one last question, Lord Aaron. Are you using me? Indeed I am, for the sake of solving this case. It would be a pain to gather info from around this mansion all by myself. I like to conceal the tribune, so as they enjoy this case as much as possible. What about it? Even we can speak to each other. Vampires and humans really do think differently, huh? I'm not certain how exactly we differ. I don't know. But that most should be obvious. Vampire and humans are different characters. Humans can't understand the thoughts of animals, yes? In some point they can, but not truly, no. Even so, I feel like if I probably explain my feelings, even he should be able to understand. No, I guess that's wrong. Because even if I understand his explanation, that doesn't mean I'm okay with it. Trying to force different values on others wouldn't resolve anything. But still, the using he talks about. What is it, Len? You have gone quite all of a sudden. Come on. Why am I the only one so troubled by everything? Don't start shooting out of the blue. Understand, I wouldn't forgive what you did, Lord Aaron. I do not care if your body was taken over by another vampire or whatever. In fact, it's all your fault to begin with for losing your own blood of all things. So sure enough, the question issue lies on you. What are you doing losing when you call yourself the most entranced vampire? Sorry, I might have gone a little too far. That is how it is. Understood, Len. So you are enraged by my incomprehension. No, that's not really it, but... Say again? Jeez, Lord Aaron. Well, the humans in general is painful to be hurt by those we are close to, and for whatever reason you can't understand that. But even if you can't understand, could you at least keep that in mind?
Right. I will keep that. I will keep it in mind.
Thank you very much. And also, sorry for hitting you.
Don't worry about it. You might as well have been petting me. More importantly, I have been eager to hear the information you have gathered.
More information? Huh. Understood. Alright, listen well to me effort. It is enough, I wonder. It feels like only a temporary measure. If we keep investigating together and run into each other conflict, even that often information comes first from now.
Sure.
Let's see where it's going. Well, that is everything I learned, and what I know about vampires a seer.
I have no issues with your finding about the action of a human, but you say a seer is known as the Lord of Shadows and is being with the sinister appearance. Isn't that far too little to go off?
What do you expect? There's not much to in the literally.
Very well, I suppose.
In case the concern of Nasir's heart, isn't it?
Your father likely used it out of his pressure to revive your mother. Perhaps it was even the killer themselves who prayed him the black magic and revealed the death of reviving the dead. The family prince is convinced as well, and infamously held by nobles can offer inspect over the police after all. Furthermore, whatever he's mentioned, it was your father gathering human body parts. It is his mental state was unstable as well. It would be easy to pin all the blame on him, if indeed needed.
I suppose so, but I will never forgive them for using father feelings.
Well then, allow me to sort out my information to help a real sane killer.
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, this stupid thing again.
What is all this? Cute, so cute.
Right, this is your first time seeing it. Simply put, it is a strange state made for my blood.
Evilly, bloodily, adorably.
Aaron, I thought it good to see you clearing up, but stop that at once.
I just started doing it essentially. Everything I been stumbling keep in the came out just like that.
Not you!
Hey, Lily, here's something you might appreciate. Well, what is it? Aaron bought all of these. Bought all of the time, so actually do this all by himself. That is too cute. I just wanna describe my room with you.
Nope, not possible. The blood returned to my body when I'm done.
No, I was talking about you, Lord Aaron.
Me?
Boy, Lenny, you're really strange. Nothing of the sort. Drooling again? Ah! Well, you see, when humans get excited, their body temperature rise, and so to lower it.
That is where. This is going nowhere here, or nowhere. Let us ignore Lenny.
What? Please let me join in this too.
You become a fool, bothersome, all for a shouldn't when the subject is vampire. Just stay there and be quiet.
Leave it to me.
Let's organize the information Lynn gathered.
Fine. Sure.
Alright, Jesus Christ, what is all of this? I have to think. All of this first.
Hold on a second. Have you got a map of the mansion and dolls of everyone?
I'm too slow to do that.
Oh well.
Don't be suspicious of everything turns.
That's high.
What?
Yeah. But the one person we normally don't know about is Gordon. So it's more pinpointing to him. Or another vampire, who knows? That is not happening.
I will just ignore you for a while. After all needs to be made clear in this case, usually is who the killer Lynn's father. Those the only action we need in prison. Those of the humans in the mansion before and after intrusion. The first one act before Lynn's remains to call herself father were the two maidens. First of some maiden left her room to go to the kitchen. So, in so doing, she met the guard and the chef, either of one moving into the intrusion. Yes.
Yes, that's what they say. And currently I can...
Oh, sadly, I take it you asked the garden maid and cooking was mercifully.
Well, actually, I question all three situations and they are all giving the same story.
In that case, good. Now let's proceed. While this short maiden was in the kitchen, the other person left her room. Surely you know where she was heading.
The guest room on the second floor. Of course. The guest room on the second floor.
Precisely. But how?
But how do you know it happened in this order?
Actually, I was watching from the mirror here. Yes, Sylvia saw both maidens heading to the second floor.
The tall lady passed by here first. Oh, I see.
In the short of any tried to go to the third floor, they would visit witnessed by shown second floor of the garden dinner room.
I see.
Of course, the guard was always suspicious, so we can't fully believe him. But for a moment there are not investigation the people claim to witness all them things. A million's world was recently watching everything, so it should be no issue to proceed like this.
Understood.
And then she waited here. Then the maiden left the kitchen right around the garden. Spots stood in the back. What?
The gardener wasted to reset the maid waiting on the second floor, but
I just have to go here.
he jumped mighty enough to reach.
Yes. Alright. The criminally senior also saw the two of them in the guest room.
Huh? Then I didn't need to see through Diana's lies?
You can generally assume that Sylvia saw everything in any room with mirrors.
My hard work. But they quietly went into the blind spot. And I did not know what they were doing. So Lenny did good. I sure did.
Well, don't they know way they feel that maiden said it's true or not? If Sylvia haven't seen it, we wouldn't know if she really was in the guest room. By the way, Lynn,
Yes?
do you think it would be possible to carry a ladder to the terrace on the second floor?
I wonder. The ladder is really big. Kai always seemed to drag it around. And also there's a fence on the terrace. It would probably be hard to do it alone, huh?
Indeed. Sylvia, was there any infants in garden left the room alone when returning the mansion? Not just limiting to the second floor guest room, say the third floor room perhaps.
Unfortunately, I didn't see.
Right, understood.
Yep, I saw her pass through.
Yeah, we get it. The maiden went to the master's room right in the middle of the night. But then she recalled that this night she didn't tell her he doesn't need the water. Just around this time, this Rin resigned to call from her father. Now they both began to move. And then Maiden couldn't be bothered to return the glass to the kitchen. So she tried to transform the water into the vase, but broke both. While she was doing this, Lynn proceeded to go to her father's room. And then she arrived. Now for the main action afterwards.
The maiden was destroying the evidence, but did not go this way. Oh yeah, she was taking those. Do I get a reward for that? Obtain the vase. Just before Lynn had first witnessed Ben's scream, it seems she was in the storage room. Knowing her, it wouldn't surprise me if she was searching for a vase the whole time.
She just said the winds.
That is true.
Samir. Let's say she took about 5 minutes cleaning up. About searching for the stowing room for the vase when you definitely passed out.
What did you mean? Definitely.
If only she left cleaning up the vase for later, she could have entered the storage room sooner. At this time, everyone but the guard was inside. Corleone's time will act with anyone seems. Now as for the butler, it is not even necessary to give it thought. Given patient with his room, he inflated into someone going anywhere. What? If he went to the second floor, he passed through Sevilla's mirror. If he went east, he would encounter the guard.
That's right. After doing some reading in his room, Gordon appears talking to Heinz in the kitchen. Ben saw them too, and there was no contention with Hein's punishments.
Incredibly that he was talking with this chef about.
The food menu for next week, or Bergen's apparently.
What a serious and dull old crunch? I don't know. Old man. Let's say it like that.
Don't crunch. That is such a cool way to treat him.
How is that even possible? At 12:30, the guard was extremely called for your father.
Even Ben didn't seem to know why he was called.
I recall your father said something about leaving the house together. Didn't he not?
Oh, yes.
If that indeed was going on, then perhaps the guard was meant to be the first witness.
Meant to be?
There was a corpse resigning your father. Yes? He want him to see it and think he been murdered. Was in fact murdered.
Father, why would you do something like that? But wait, why not let the maids discover in the morning?
Indeed, I can't see mention to make the guard discover it. Perhaps that was the killer's plan. Well, more importantly, make our possibilities make it all more delightful.
There's nothing delightful about it.
After all, the guard used his key to open the door. He found your unconscious passed out next to the corpse and screamed.
Hold on. What is that uncount for?
By the way, your father was holding his room key. Who else had the German key?
Besides Brent, Butler Gordon, and then the two men always have keys.
That is far too many.
But Elise don't have one anymore. About a month ago, she flushed her down the toilet. Since then, she haven't been allowed her own. Instead, she has to borrow Gordon's, and if she doesn't give it right back, she will get yelled at.
What kind of system is that?
Oh, at least it works. Let's say it like that.
So then, back to the short maiden. Just before the guard found the corpse, she went down to the second floor to replace the vase.
Yes, she said Baron's scream almost came her to break that vase too.
And the response the guard present scream. The short maiden.
It leaves?
And the tall maiden?
Diana?
They too were absurd, but what was the god doing at the time?
Ben expelled absorbed the blood, so he was
Dancing? Maybe passed out? Reading? That... I don't know. He's not dancing. Reading doesn't make sense. Maybe he was passed out.
It seems he fainted. Ben can't stand the strike of blood at all.
Oh, really? I don't really call that. Oh well.
For ensuring at least something blood, they cut her finger. And even time Glenn runs over out of worry, a little bit of blood make him faint.
What a useless fellow. Isn't that fact you might discover a corpse someday the best part of being a god?
I hope that's really a rare accomplishment.
On the other hand, personally, he could become a god. Well, in any rate, the maid they call for the others. And they too absurd. That counting our shooting out of the info, we shall have a certain idea of movements. However, before we consider who the killer is, there's one thing you want to confront. I want to confront with you.
What's it? What is it?
Adrian, those dogs of yours seem quite superb. Indeed, they will attack anyone but the sincere person, as demonetized easily.
Yes, they should have been friendly only to myself, father, and garden Kai.
Why don't you think you were attacked? It's simple. There was something different about you. You were attacked, in fact, because they were too talented. Something different? The tracksuit. So, just what is it? The appearance? The sense. Normally it's the sense of
Could it be my sense?
you are trained.
After I had blood on my clothes, so I changed. But I'm sure just change clothes don't remove the scent of someone else's blood. I don't notice it myself. Maybe the dog respond to it.
Exactly. It seems my voice is dying now. So I hope we soon is done so I can stop this sense of smelling the blood as well. Those was fact. You smell of blood and it's not your own. In short,
Hold on a second.
what I'm getting to the important part.
Oh, your blood went back, so you got big again. Wait, not that. You could smell blood on me too, Blood Aaron?
Voice. I said as much I didn't. And so,
No, not as so. That's really kind of embarrassing.
look, it's fine. Now,
No, it's not. It's that I think about. I haven't bathed 2 nights in a row. Now that I'm thinking about it, I can't stop.
oh, my throat is killing me now.
I can't focus. What you were saying like this. I'm going to take a bath.
Hey, hold on.
We can talk later.
Please save. Wolf.
Well, right, I know. Leave it to me. Oh, but I would look inside the bath. For course. I am a gentleman, see?
Yeah. Sure, you say. But still, why is Lynn taking a bath all of a sudden?
You definitely don't get a girl's heart, Aaron. I mean, you did need to get humans feeling first.
What are you talking about? Does she Francia understand why she was attacked by the guards' dogs? The note that came for her, the knowledge that she had the scent of blood on her. Clearly she is the next one to the killer is after.
Maybe she embarrassed enough that she couldn't even afford to consider that stuff.
Unfortunately unbelievable.
Thank you! Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna relax with my voice because it's close to dying. So I'm gonna take a break and maybe I will play more or clip it together. Time will tell how long the next episode will be. So again, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like and all of that, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, tigers. I don't have any fun to say, so bye.